your bets. Let's look at who made it, who are the final 9. If you agree, let's look at that. And then we make our predictions, because it's not bets, it's predictions.
Yeah, let's go through the pilots one by one.
Okay, perfect. So I see in the list one name that is Bemtricu. Okay, what does he have? What is he racing with?
All right, so this is Bemtricu's what we call racing stack. A stack comprises a pilot, a racecraft, and a booster. Bemtricu actually was our season leader, the #1 racer at the end of 10 races. He holds that title of regular season 1 champion. He races with a surf hauler, who is a hard-working surf. You can see on his face, he's probably spent time in the dilithium mines of Phobos 4. He's driving a surf racecraft, which has seen some hard times, but is now affectionately known as the party bus. And then finally has a booster that maximizes, that is an exiled booster. So that
booster looks serious, man. Looks very serious.
That maximizes his aggression +10, which then gives him a very high aggression for the race. As you can see, this is an aggressive driver with a 69. And then his second stat, focus, keeps him in the lead. So he pushes hard, stays in front, and owns the race.
Okay, so who's second, Zeke? Who's the next one in the list? Is it Bakun?
Bakun looks solid. Looks like a little bit of an underdog here. Got them focus at 56 and stamina's at 60 though. That's pretty close. This seems like pretty solid overall. Steady Eddie wins the race, and we just never know what's going to happen. So I like the look of it. I think this is looking good.
Yeah, let me tell you about Bakun. Is flying with an augment pilot, and he is piloting a surf craft. So it's interesting because when one has a fully matching stack, one can get boosts, can get bonuses. Bakun has elected to not take those bonuses and is going with a mixed stack. He supplements this, though, with a maximum exiled intelligence booster. So you can see Bakun is the most intelligent pilot in the business with an 80 intelligence.
Next pilot is my friend, the one and only, who's been with us in the YouTube channels throwing stuff at Guaro. It's good at cheese.
I've seen a little trash talking going on. I've seen a little trash talking.
I know that league, that is a dark league. It's underground as you can get.
It is indeed. And only the baddest of the bad racers show up for this league. Gouda Cheese, he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, thinks he's better than everybody else. But he's flying with an augment pilot, an augment racecraft, and a solid augment intelligent boost. So he is easily the second smartest pilot on the track. He's probably the second most focused pilot on the track. And he's certainly the second, maybe third best handling racecraft on the track. But
we're going to find out who's the first. We're going to find out like soon who's the best.
And Gouda Cheese will always remain first in my heart.
All right. Little bromance going on.
Ziki, the next contestant with the next racer we got is Chris Beck. What is he wearing today?
This is looking good, man. Tell me about this racer.
Yeah, Chris Beck is piloting with an augment racer who looks to have probably served a mega corporation in some sort of first responder capacity. He definitely has the I'm here with the ambulance vibe going on. He's piloting a very aggressive looking augment racecraft and then a nice solid speed boost. Stats wise, very evenly balanced. He has a solid speed, solid intelligence, solid aggression, solid focus. Chris Beck in the regular season was one of the men to beat. Very often won his pool on a weekly basis.
So next on the table, we got Noido Moro. And whoa, that looks
Look at that handling, man. Serious control going on here. You got some nice speed going on, got some handling. The intelligence is way up there at 69. That's pretty good. The only thing that concerns me here is the stamina. So you can start the race, but can you finish the race? That's the important thing here to think of.
And here's an interesting thing about Noido Moro. So Noido Moro is coming with an augment pilot, an augment racecraft, and an augment speed boost. But Noido Moro comes from the Web 2 world, not a particular FT collector in the real world aspect. So he gets a little distracted at the beginning of the race and really isn't very heavy on his foot. His acceleration in that craft is the limiting factor, probably the lowest and slowest accelerating craft in the race today.
Oh my God! I'll go my predictions for the Noido Moro because we are converting Web 2 people to Web 3. Dude, is this Siebes? Is this Siebes? Nice.
Look at that pilot. God. That pilot is pretty sexy, man.
I know.
That indeed. In fact, that pilot is the #1 legendary pilot, the #1 pilot, period. In terms of rarity, from an NFT art perspective, Siebes is one of 3,000.
And Steve's just a little bit out of focus. Like at 55 there. So a little distracted by your own beauty, maybe.
Well, narcissist, kind of narcissist.
Yeah.
This is very accurate. This is very accurate because you see the pilot prior to suffering the life-altering injuries, which then forced him into the augment exoskeleton. Siebes was a very well-known gladiatorial hand-to-hand combat specialist. Siebes is highly trained in the ancient art of Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And yeah, he has moved on because after having to be encased in the exosuit, he has moved on to the races. So yeah, he's still a little bit punch drunk, a little bit of post-traumatic, post-concussion issues.
Hey.
Okay, next, we got one of the coolest ones racing is GWTFA. So
is this a surf? Is that what I see here?
Indeed. Actually, what you're looking at there is a surf engineer, which is the top of the line. These are prior to their awakening, these were the serfs that were programmed to run the factories. These are the serfs that were programmed to lead mining expeditions to faraway asteroids. He is a top of the line model. And since the awakening of the serfs, has risen in the ranks of racing and leads. He is well known and famous throughout the universe because he typically places high in all known events. This is a superstar.
This is looking like a favorite of mine. I like the look. I like this is well rounded. The strength is up there. The stamina is there. Stamina is important. That's how I won my race, right? You just got to have that stamina. So I'm liking this one.
Dude, I'm liking Noi. I'm going for Noi. I'm all a Noi fan. Still, we're missing still two more. Right?
The next pilot is my personal favorite.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course
yours truly. This is King Waddle himself.
Donnie 7-3 speed.
Look at this flex, man. Dude. This is rigged, I think. Maybe a little rigged.
Okay, you're organizing the league and you're racing it.
Of course, it's back alley.
You know, his name. He's the king. Like
the king does not watch from his throne.
You should be called El Patron or like the Godfather or something like that because you're running this in a different way. This is not a king. This is more a patron, Godfather kind of way.
Absolutely. So,
okay. Tell us what you got.
As you can see, we are running an exiled augmented pilot who is well balanced throughout his stats. Not quite so aggressive because he's the El Patron. He doesn't need to be. His craft is an exiled augmented space racecraft and already fast enough, but then juiced up with an exiled speed booster.
Nice.
He's good to go.
Okay.
Very nice.
There's a bunch of thousands of dollars in this image. So now let's move to the next one because we got ABS and I want to see if
That's a really nice set. Just the aesthetics of that, really clean. I like that.
Dude, the artist thing is amazing.
Abs brings one of the prettiest stacks to the race. Absolutely. You cannot say anything bad about his exiled mercenary. That is one of the prettiest pilots in the universe. He's bringing his mercenary craft and his speed boost, and he's ready to go. Very well balanced. Probably an underdog. When you look at the number of 50s he has